Hello and welcome, my dear grade 8 elite students, to my channel Mathematics Made Easy. This is Ms. Ruchika welcoming you for today's session. Today we are going to be covering most important questions from end of term coverage presentation, part 2 of the session. So very important. Please make sure you watch the video till the end. And if you like the video and find it useful, do share it with your friends, give it a thumbs up, comment, and like, share, and subscribe to the channel. So let's get started. So as per the guidelines that have come by the ministry, we have for part 2 these important learning objectives. In today's session, because it's going to be a really long video, I'm not going to be covering each and every question, but yes, I will try to take the most important questions as the title of the video suggest. So let's get started, and we are going to be working a lot today on numbers, that is statistics. We are going to be having questions on mean, median, mode, interquartile range, and all of that. So let's begin. So let's do first the question number 11. Here you have to find the interquartile range. So the formula for interquartile range, written in short form as IQR, interquartile range, is Q3 minus Q1. Okay, so you have to find this Q3 and Q1 in order to get IQR and then subtract them. So what is exactly this Q1 and Q3? So step 1 in such a question, wherever you get on median, mean, mode, interquartile range, outliner, first step is to arrange the numbers in ascending order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 numbers are given. Let's arrange them in ascending order. That means from small to big. The smallest number is 27. Then 33, then 36, then 38, then 43, then 50, then 51, 68, and 81. Okay, now that we've arranged them in ascending order, it will be so easy for us to find the median and the values of Q1 and Q3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, this is the lower quartile. 1, 2, 3, 4, this is the upper quartile. Okay, and in the middle you have your median. Median is denoted by Q2. Now what is Q1 and Q3? Q1 and Q3 are the medians of the lower and the upper half. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 numbers. That means in the middle there are 2 numbers. So Q1, which is the lower quartile, will be equal to 33 plus 36 divided by 2. So because there are 2 medians, you add them and divide by 2. So this comes out to be 34.5. That's the value of Q1. Now let's find Q3 also, because for interquartile range formula we need these 2 numbers. So again, this is the upper quartile, and here the median would be these 2 numbers, 51 and 68. 2 numbers, so we are going to take its average, we add them and divide by 2. So this comes out to be 59.5. That's the value of Q3. Now that you have Q3, now that you have Q1, you just have to subtract them to get the interquartile range. So Q3 minus Q1, now put the values, 59.5 minus 34.5. So this is going to be 25. So the interquartile range for this question is 25. Now in this question, n, or the number of terms, were given to you as 9. It was odd. Let's do a question where it is even. So now I'm going to move for question number 12. I'm going to solve it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. N, that is the number of terms, is 8. Here it is even. Here in question number 11, it was odd. So both cases I'm covering for you so that you don't do any mistake. So let's do the same thing. Arrange in ascending order, that is small to big. So the smallest is 201, then 217, then 225, then 228, then 231, then 232, 240, and 252. So if you see here, the lower quartile, 1, 2, 3, 4, this is the lower quartile, this is the upper quartile, 2 parts. Now here there is no median in between, so you have to take all the numbers. Be careful when it is even, you will have to calculate like this. So what will be Q1? The median of the middle 2 numbers. So 217 plus 225, I'm going to select these 2 numbers and divide by 2. So this is going to be 2, 2, 1. Similarly here, Q3 is going to be the middle value of 232 plus 240 divided by 2. So this is going to give me 236. And now your interquartile range can be calculated by subtracting. So Q3 minus Q1 is going to be 15. So the interquartile range for this question is 15. In a similar way, you can solve question 13 and 14 using the same method, and I will show you the answers for the question. If you solve similarly question 13 and 14, the answers for the four questions will be as follows. Your interquartile range for 11th question is 25, for 12th question is 15, for 13th question is 13, and for 14th question is 1.6. Okay, let's now solve these important questions. Again, we are moving to statistics back again. We have to find here 5 things. I will highlight here with my pen. The first thing we need to find is the mean, then the median, then the mode, then the range, and then the standard deviation. So you already know how to find the mean, median, mode. Mean is add all the numbers, divide by the total number. Median is the middle term, mode is the most repeated, range is the maximum minus minimum, and standard deviation is a little longer. So for standard deviation, I have put here the key concept just for you to revise. The formula for standard deviation is given by this formula, and here we have to apply 5 steps to get to the answer. First we need to find the mean, then we need to take the square of the differences between each of the data value, subtract it from the mean and take the square, then add all of those values that you get in step 2 and divide with the number of values in the data set. Finally, you have to take the square root, and that is how you get your standard deviation. So learn this formula and learn the steps so that you will be able to find it quickly during your exam. Next thing that is there, I want to revise for you in the key concept is transformations of data. So if you see here in the question, it says find the mean, median, mode, range and standard deviation that is obtained after adding the given constant to each value. And similarly, in the next slide, you will see multiplication. So the transformation is using addition. So what will happen when a real number k is added to every value in the data set, then the mean, median and mode can be found of the new data set by adding k to the mean, median and mode of the original data set. So what I'm going to be doing while I solve these questions for you is I will find the mean, median and mode of these data that you see here, and then towards the end, once we get our mean, median and mode, we are going to add 8 to it. Similarly here, add minus 13 to it. Here add minus 4 to it. Here add 16 to it. So the value of k is going to change. Okay, and then the range and the standard deviation remains unchanged. So there is going to be no change to the range and the standard deviation. So that will be same as what is there for this question. This is using addition. Now comes multiplication that you will see in the next slide. So what will happen, every value in the data set is going to be multiplied by the constant k. Then the new mean, median and mode of the new data set can be found by multiplying each value by k. So in addition you are adding, in multiplication you are multiplying. The value of k will change, but accordingly you will use the old data set to get the new mean, median, mode. And the range and standard deviation of the new data set can be found by multiplying by k. So there is a difference between addition and multiplication. In multiplication, the new range and the new standard deviation can be obtained by multiplying with k. However, for addition, there was no change in the range and standard deviation. So let's now use all these concepts for solving question number 1. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be following the method of finding the mean, median, mode, range and standard deviation of the given set of data, these given numbers. And after we get that, we are going to add 8 to the mean, median, mode, range and standard deviation will be same. So let's solve the question. First step is to arrange in ascending order. So the minimum number is 47, then 48, 49, 50, 52, 52, 53, 57, 60 and 61. Now after you arrange in ascending order, for mean you are going to add all the numbers. So 47 plus 48 plus 49, all these numbers till 61, and then divide by the total numbers. So these are 10 numbers, so I'm going to divide by 10. This sum comes out to be 529 divided by 10, so the mean is 52.9. Next, I go to median, that is the middle term. That means it is going to be in the middle. Now here, if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 are there. Therefore, the median will be the middle of the two, but both are 52, so their average is also 52. So median is 52. Then mode is the most repeated value, and if you see only 52 is repeated 2 times, so mode is going to be that. Let's do range also. So range is going to be maximum minus minimum. Maximum is 61, minimum is 47. Just subtract the two. What you're going to get is 14. Similarly, you do the standard deviation. Follow the steps that I have shown in the previous slide. So this comes out to be 4.7. Now, this is not your answer. What your answer is asking, what your question is asking, it is asking find the mean, median, mode, range and standard deviation after adding the given constant. So this is the value of k. So you are adding k to each. So what will happen? The new set will have median, mode, mean, all we write. See, range and standard deviation is not going to change. So range is going to be 14 only and standard deviation is going to be 4.7 only. No change. What is going to change? The mean, median, mode. So all of them are going to be added with k. What is the value of k? 8. So I add 8 to them. So plus 8 plus 8. So this is going to be giving you 60. Both median and mode are same, so I'm going to write 60 here, and 52.9 plus 8 is going to give you 60.9. So 60.9 the new mean. I hope you have understood the method. I will do one more question for you, which is on subtraction, where the value of k is negative, but the method to solve will be same. In a similar way, I would want you to solve question 3 and 4. Let's solve question number 2. Here arrange them in ascending order gives me 88 minimum, then 89, then 90, then 92, then 94, then 97, then 97, 99, 100, 101. Okay, so this is in ascending order from small to big. Now we'll find the mean. Mean is add all the numbers and divide by the total numbers. So you are going to do that. And when you simplify, these are all 10 numbers. So this comes out to be 947 divided by 10. So 94.7. That is your old mean. Now median. Median is the middle value. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 are there. So the middle value is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Middle of these two. That means 94 plus 97 divided by 2. Mode is going to be the most repeated. So mode is definitely 97. Now do the simplification. This will come out to be, on simplifying, 94 plus 97 is going to give you 191 divided by 2. That is going to give you 95.5. So this is your mean, median, mode. Similarly, you can get your range and standard deviation. So this is going to be, range is 101 minus 88, which is going to be 13. And you can similarly calculate the standard deviation using the formula. Now comes the important part of the question, where you have to add the value of k. Now k is -13. That means you will subtract 13 from each of them. So -13, -13, -13, range will be same, standard deviation will be same. So now let's subtract 94.7 minus 13. This is 81.7. 95.5 minus 13, 82.5, 97 minus 13, 84. So let's check the answers now. So the questions on addition and multiplication, all the answers I have provided here. You can solve the questions and check your answer. Now we are going to move to question number 5, where we are going to solve a question where we are multiplying each value by a given constant. Let's solve question number 5. Again, the first step would be to arrange in ascending order. So small to big. 3 comes 3 times, then 7, then 8, 11, 11, 13, 16, and 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are 10 numbers. So the value of n here is 10. And now for mean, we repeat the steps, add all the numbers, divide by 10. So this is going to be 92 by 10, that is 9.2. Then we find the median, that is the middle term. So there are two middle terms, 8 and 11. So we are going to take average, add them, divide by 2. This is going to be 19 by 2 or 9.5. Then we move on to mode, which is the most repeated value. Clearly it is 3 because it is coming 3 times. Then we go on to range. Range is maximum minus minimum. The maximum value is 17, the minimum is 3, so subtract to get 14. And standard deviation, last thing, which you will solve using the formula, and it will come out to be 5. Now these are the mean, median, mode, range and standard deviation of the given set. But you have to find for the set which is multiplied by the value of k. What is the value of k here? K is 4. That means you are going to multiply mean, median, mode, range and standard deviation, all of them with 4. So you will get the answer then. So I multiply with 4. So the value for mean, for the correct answer is 36.8. Multiply by 4 this. So this is going to be 38. Multiply by 4. This is easy. 12. Multiply by 4. This is 56. And multiply by 4. So this is 20. So these are the answers. I will do one more question for you, and then you'll try question 7 and 8 yourself. What if you have a value which is decimal? The method is not going to change. Here the k value is a decimal, so you are going to multiply with the decimal. So let's arrange in ascending order. This is answer 6. 40 is the minimum, then 42, then 49, 51, 52, 58. It comes 2 times. Then comes 61, then 64, and last is 67. So how many terms are there? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again 10. So the mean will be divided by 10 after adding all the numbers. So add them, divide by 10. This is going to be equal to 54.2. Now the median will be the middle of the two numbers. That means you are going to take 52 and 58, add them and divide by 2. So this is going to be 55. Next is mode, which is the most repeated value. Clearly it is 58 because it comes twice. Then you have range. Maximum is 67, minimum is 40, so this is 27. Standard deviation is 8.5. Now multiply all the numbers with 0.2 to get your answer. So if you check your answers, these are the following answers that you will get. The question 6 that we just finished, the answers are 10.8, 11, 11.6, 5.4 and 1.7. Now here in this question, if you see the value of k was a decimal, that is 0.2. So the numbers, the values have reduced. So that brings us to the end of today's session. Part 2 video was becoming very long, so I will be posting another video for part 2 with the remaining questions. So stay glued to my channel and make sure you like, share and subscribe to the channel. Also hit the bell icon so that you don't miss the upcoming videos and the new videos that I am going to be making for you for exam coverage and your end of term math exam. Until then, this is Ms. Ruchika signing off from today's video. See you in my next video. Bye students. All the very best for your exams.